Hi, my name's Rob. I'm 30 years old and I am a co-creator of Small Screen Horror. To be honest, I'm not really good at talking to the camera by myself, so I don't really know what to say. I wanted to say something witty. So, since I know this is going to be on YouTube and I know a lot of people are going to watch this, I thought I would take this opportunity to give myself a little bit of a shout out so that, if there's any sexy single men out there looking for a hottie like myself, maybe they will message me and, I could pick them up. So, like I said, my name's Rob. I'm single. I'm a Pisces. I like to avoid long walks on the beach. I like eating chocolate. I like being fed chocolate covered strawberries. Pretty much anything chocolate. Like if you could just if there was a way for like somebody to stick like a whole candy bar in my mouth, I would really enjoy that. I like I'm pretty good at taking an ass pounding. I've always been a really flexible bottom. I know you look at me and you think, God, he's gigantic. Well, that is true, but I'm also like really flexible and easy to flip, which makes it so much easier to maneuver, in and out and to really, just get in there. So, I think I'm the perfect date. I think uh, there's so much I like to do. I like to sit and watch television. I like to sit and watch horror movies. I like to sit and play video games. There's I sit and write. I there's just so many places I like to sit. So, if you are single and you're liking this, like all of this, if this is if this is doing it for you, then feel free to message me because I'm looking. I am definitely looking. You know, it's been a while since I've had I've had some meat. It's been a while since I, met a really nice guy and, just the kind that really like, sticks it in deep and it just keeps, just reaming you over and over. And it would be nice to have something like that in my life again. I think I'm definitely ready and, you know, I think you just know when you're ready to get fucked in the ass. And I'm beyond ready. Billy and I are really close. We talk pretty much every day. We chat on WhatsApp. We text each other. We sext each other. Sometimes he'll even masturbate for me on Skype, which is really nice. I like that. Uh, we talk a lot on FaceTime. I remember one time in particular, he had me pull down my pants and expose myself to him. And he took like one of those screenshots, and I think he still masturbates to that. So that's really cool. And we just get along really well. We're like brothers when we like yeah, we masturbate and jerk each other off on occasion. But other than that, we're like brothers or good friends who occasionally get each other off and watch porn together. And that's the dynamic that we have. But we also there's other aspects to our friendship, and one of the biggest components of our friendship is our love of horror. We are giant fans of the horror genre, and we've realized that there's not a lot of quality horror in the cinemas right now, and that there is an abundance of horror on the small screen. And so we wanted to start this video blog as a way to show our appreciation to the horror genre, making its leap to the small screen because there are so many good shows on television right now, and it's a fantastic time to be a fan of horror. There are a lot of things I hope to achieve with small screen horror. Uh, I'd like to end world hunger. I'd like to achieve world peace. I would like it if this show could find a cure for cancer, or if it could track down online sexual predators. I think that would be amazing. Those are just some of the things I hope to achieve with this video blog. Another thing I hope to achieve is to kind of create and encourage a dialogue about the horror that's on small screen, because there's a lot of good quality shows that are on right now, and although some of them are like wildly popular, there's not a lot of emphasis on the fact that TV horror has become a genre. So, what I personally would like to achieve is helping people discover new shows, or new movies that they've never seen before. Another thing I'd like to achieve is getting a date. It's been a while. I haven't gotten laid in a while, and I think it's time to change that. And I think between the the celebration of horror and the curing of cancer, and all the sex that's going to be happening, I really think this is a good thing. And so I just hope to achieve greatness with this creation and this project. My top three favorite horror shows that are on television right now would have to be American Horror Story, The Following, and it's a close race between True Blood and Bates Motel for third place. But I think I have to give it to True Blood, because even though both shows are terrific and I love them, True Blood has a lot of hot guys on it, and there's a lot of nudity in that show. And when two shows are, close and similar in terms of quality, you have to give it to the show that has the nudity. I don't remember the first horror movie I ever watched, but I remember the first porno I watched, and that was a movie called Love Cruise, and it was about this cruise where there were a lot of people on this ship, and basically the ship was going to crash. The quality of this movie wasn't that great, but because the ship was about to crash, all of these young people pretty much had one thing on their mind, and that was to get in as much fucking as possible before the ship crashed. And I remember, I was like 5 or 6 years old when I saw this movie, and it's really a classic. I think they don't make movies like that. If you put yourself in their shoes, their lives are about to end. It's terrifying. Which, I mean, in that respect, that could be the first horror movie I watched. I mean, there was like a lot of screaming. There was a little blood, not much. Not enough for like the director to yell cut or anything. But it was a good quality movie. It told a story, and I think it's a shame that it doesn't get more recognition. The TV show that surprised me most in terms of quality this year would have to be Hannibal. I went into the pilot with really, really low expectations, and I couldn't have been more wrong about that show. That show is terrifying. And not only is it terrifying, but it is so violent and so brutal. I'm a huge fan of Eli Roth. I love his movies. I think he's super talented. And to be completely honest, I would love to deep throat him. But if I had to pick a show this season that disappointed me, it would be without a doubt his show Hemlock Grove. I was really looking forward to that show when it was released on Netflix. I thought since it was being released all at one time, I would just zoom right through it. I thought it would be a fast paced, gory, roller coaster ride of scares, thrills, and blood and guts and mayhem. I just thought it was going to be an event. It did not live up to the hype. In fact, although I enjoyed the first part of the season, somewhere along the line it got really confused, really dreary, and really boring. I'm not even sure what happened, and I watched the whole thing. Although, I was on a lot of drugs. I was on morphine, I was on Oxy, Klonopin, Xanax, you name it, I was probably on it. And I know what you're thinking. That's probably why you were confused. Well, it's not. It's not why I was confused at all. It's probably why I enjoyed the first part of the season, because that's when the drugs were at their most potent. And as it began to wear off, I was just like, ugh, is this show going to end? And then it just kept going and going and going. And I kept being more and more confused until finally it ended. And I pretty much asked myself, what the fuck did I just watch? My favorite scary movie is Scream, which I think is, kind of obvious because I have a lot of memorabilia behind me, but that memorabilia isn't even like 25% of what I have. I'm wearing a Scream shirt. I hope you guys can see that, and I know you can't see it right now, but I have 4 Scream tattoos. I'm obsessed with the franchise. I think it's one of the best movies ever made. And I know I am completely biased, but I think it's just an incredible movie. And it's certainly a movie that everyone needs to see. It is truly a classic. Small Screen Horror premieres in 2 weeks. And if I had to say any final words, it would be I hope you all enjoyed the show. My top 3 favorite horror shows would have to be my top 3. The biggest disappointment for me this TV season, without a doubt, would have to be Eli Roth's him like, "Bleh, I can't talk." My favorite scary movie would have to be Scream. Quite obviously, Scream. And I know what you're thinking. God damn, that's a baggy shirt. Well, I just lost 30 pounds. And now I know what you're thinking. You lost 30 pounds and you're still that fat? Yeah, I am, okay? It's a work in progress. And you know what? I'm really sick of the criticisms. I really, I have a hard life. I really don't need your shit. My favorite scary movie is Scream. And if you can't tell that, you must really be stupid. Like, seriously, I probably don't want to know you. If you can watch this video and not see that Scream is my favorite scary movie, then I don't, you're not a person I would want in my life. I would have to shut you out with other people like my mom. Mom! 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 Shut up! Hi, my name's Rob. I'm 30. I'm 30 years old and I'm way too fucking old for this.